Take a gentle seat, letting the body rest just as it is. Feel the friendly surface beneath, giving silent support. Close the eyes or let them soften. Notice the breath arriving and leaving on its own, a quiet rhythm that has carried life from the very first moment. Rest a warm palm over the heart, sensing its steady music. Whisper softly inside, I am here for me. Stay with that sentence through 3 slow breaths, allowing the shoulders to loosen and the jaw to slacken. If thoughts come that speak of hurry or judgment, let them float past like leaves on a slow river. Draw in one more breath, spacious and kind, and release it with the idea that a little more ease is possible right now. Many dear souls reach this space feeling stuck in patterns that feel bigger than the sky. Perhaps a voice within repeats that growth is selfish, that change is too late, or that worth was lost long ago. Such thoughts are not a failure. They are signs that the mind has tried to protect in the only way it knew. Offer gratitude to that old protection for keeping watch. Notice with tenderness how the body may tighten across the chest or belly when those thoughts arise. Feel again the soft rise of the breath and know a new way is ready to be born. Invite the heart to set a clear intention. I allow fresh understanding to meet me. Picture that intention as a small candle flame held safely in cupped hands. Its glow is gentle yet certain. Each inhale feeds the flame, and each exhale melts a sliver of doubt. With every breath, feel the space around the flame widen, making room for a story yet unwritten. Affirm quietly, I choose to treat myself with sweet patience. Let that sentence land, free of force, and rest in its warmth for 2 cycles of breath. Now, turn awareness toward the senses. Notice the coolness of air on the tip of the nose, the subtle hum of life in fingertips, the steady support of the ground. These simple moments are portals to presence. In presence, the mind has fewer reasons to cling to the past. Offer the body the affirmation, it is safe to relax into this moment. Feel the muscles respond, perhaps with barely noticeable shifts, perhaps with a long sigh. Trust the pace that feels honest. There is no race here, only the steady unfolding of self-kindness. Allow one last, generous inhale, and with the exhale, release the shoulders fully, as though setting down a heavy set of bags. Sense the space that opens inside the chest when burdens slide away. Offer thanks to the breath for guiding the way. Carry forward the faith that a new story begins with this single, peaceful pause. There is an old saying that a garment made for childhood will pinch when worn in adulthood. Beliefs are like garments, lovingly stitched by earlier experiences, teachers, and ancestors. They once offered comfort or safety, yet time moves on and bodies change. An old story might say, I must remain small to be loved, or prosperity is not for people like me. These sentences, though familiar, fit about as well as shoes 2 sizes too small. They squeeze joy, restrict movement, and make every step a strain. Notice if any inner sentence comes to mind now that feels cramped or faded. Hold it gently, like an object found in an attic trunk. No blame, only curiosity. Explore where that sentence may have come from. Perhaps it was spoken by a tired adult long ago, or absorbed from watching others struggle. Perhaps it rose during a difficult season when survival felt uncertain. None of these origins make the sentence unchangeable. Awareness itself begins to loosen its grip. Offer the affirmation, I have the power to choose new words about me. Speak it aloud if possible. Feel the vibration of the voice moving through the throat, creating resonance in the chest. That resonance is the first tailor's snip, opening space for a fresh fit. Let the mind picture a wardrobe filled with clothes suited to every stage of life. Some still feel bright with possibility. Others carry stains and rips from times past. Just as a gardener prunes tired branches to invite new growth, self-kindness invites the letting go of ideas that crowd the heart. While seeing this image, breathe in gently and speak inwardly. I thank the old stories for the lessons they gave. Breathe out and add, I free myself to try something new. Notice any part of the body that perks up at the promise of freedom, perhaps a subtle lift in the spine, a softening behind the eyes. Reach for a journal or imagine a blank page in the mind. At the top, write or inwardly speak this question. Which sentence about myself no longer feels true? Let answers arrive without forcing. They may take the shape of feelings, pictures, or words. Welcome whatever comes. Each revealed sentence is a thread ready to be replaced. Offer patience. Some threads have been woven for many years and may unravel slowly. Affirm once more. It is safe to question what I once believed. Notice the breath again. Each inhale brings a sense of spacious invitation. Each exhale carries away a measure of stale thought. Feel how this steady rhythm echoes the tides, old water receding, fresh water arriving, moment by moment. No wave apologizes for returning to sea. No new wave hesitates to arrive. In the same way, personal truths can ebb and flow. Trust that the mind, like the ocean, is vast enough to host continual renewal. Hold the heart center with a gentle palm. Whisper, old sentences, thank you for serving me. I now welcome sentences of kindness and possibility. Feel warmth under the palm, a quickened pulse, a slight expansion. This sensation is a sign that cells are listening, that change has begun its silent work. Stories are not confined to thought. They make homes in the body. When a thought of guilt repeats, shoulders may slope inward. When worry rules, the belly may tighten like a bound drum. Bring attention with gentleness to the landscape beneath the skin. Start at the crown of the head. Slowly let awareness travel down the forehead, noticing tension like small knots in soft fabric. Invite a mindful breath here, and as breath leaves, imagine invisible hands smoothing those knots. Allow the scan to continue to the temples, the eyes, and the cheeks. Soften the space where the tongue rests in the mouth. Many old sentences lodge there, preparing to leap into speech. Whisper, my words grow softer each day. Feel the jaw unclench, giving room for new expression. Guide awareness into the neck and throat. Sense whether the throat feels narrow or free. Breathe in with the thought, I permit my true voice to flow, and breathe out any tightness, seeing it drift away like morning mist. Let attention slide into the shoulders, perhaps noticing heaviness. Old responsibilities may have settled there out of habit. On an inhale, picture light spreading across the shoulder blades. On the exhale, see tension melting down the arms and out through the fingertips. Affirm gently, I release burdens that no longer belong to me. Feel warmth, follow the path of release. Bring awareness to the chest, observing the rise and fall with each breath. Notice if the space feels open or guarded. If guarded, greet that guarding with gratitude. It once shielded tender feelings. On the next breath, Grant permission for softer protection, saying inside, it is safe to open little by little. Imagine each rib as a window, lifting its shade to let fresh air in. Feel circulation enliven this region, delivering nourishment where stories once held tight. Allow noticing to drift into the belly. Many call this area the seat of intuition, yet it can become a container for unspoken fears. Rest both hands there, fingers relaxed. Feel warmth move through the palms. Inhale and affirm, I listen to my inner wisdom. Exhale, releasing tightness like sand sliding from an open hand. Sense gentle movement beneath the skin, a peaceful stirring as space widens. Guide awareness through the hips, thighs, knees, and calves. With each point, notice sensations, heat, coolness, pressure. Offer the affirmation, I stand on new ground with ease. Let energy travel downward, reaching the soles of the feet. Picture roots extending into steady earth, carrying away stiffness and bringing back calm. Feel the subtle hum of support rising from the ground, up through the legs, into the spine. Complete the scan by visualizing a soft wave of light, beginning at the toes and traveling upward, gathering any leftover tension as it moves. When the wave reaches the crown of the head, watch it float outward and dissolve into the air. Rest in the space left behind, open, calm, receptive. Whisper, my body cooperates with my new story. Breathe gently, sensing gratitude blooming in cells and sinews. Sit quietly for a few moments, noticing any difference, perhaps more spacious breath, lighter shoulders, a tranquil mind. Know that each small act of listening to the body is a step toward freedom. Affirm once more, I honor what my body tells me, and I answer with love. Feel the words ripple through every layer of being, planting seeds of vibrant well-being. Close your eyes gently for a moment. Let the breath move slowly, in and out, like the waves of a quiet sea. Inside that calm space, begin to notice the thoughts that tend to circle again and again. Perhaps they say things like, it's always been this way, or nothing I do ever really works. These kinds of thoughts often hide in the corners of the mind, repeating softly, almost like background music. They are not enemies, just old loops, well-practiced sentences that have been whispered by fear, by disappointment, or by what others once believed. To begin gently loosening these loops, bring one thought into full view. Pick one that often shows up when something feels hard or uncertain. Let it rise to the surface. Don't push it away or label it wrong. Just witness it, like watching a cloud pass through the sky. Say silently, I see you. You are an old thought, not a law. This small moment of awareness is powerful. When something is seen clearly, it loses some of its weight. And when it's held with compassion instead of criticism, healing begins. Write that thought down if it feels safe to do so. Let the hand move across the page without editing. Notice the shape of the letters, the feel of the pen, the story landing gently onto paper. Then ask, where did this thought come from? Did it grow from a hard experience? Did it echo from someone else's fear or sorrow? Perhaps it came from a moment where safety was needed, and this belief offered control. Whatever its source, honor it for surviving. Say gently, you helped me once, and now I am ready for something kinder. Begin a little journal practice with 3 gentle questions. First, what do I often tell myself in quiet moments of struggle? Second, how does this sentence make my body feel when I believe it? Third, is there a more loving sentence that could take its place? Let the answers come softly. Some may arrive quickly, others may need time. This is not a test. It's a space of meeting the self with open arms. If the old loop says, I always mess things up, try whispering, I am learning. I choose to grow with patience. If the loop says, nothing ever works out for me, speak gently. Good things are finding their way to me now. These aren't tricks or quick fixes. They are new paths being carved by words. And like any path, they need footsteps, not perfection. Each time you choose a softer sentence, you walk a step into freedom. Take a moment now to speak an affirmation. I am kind to myself in thought and word. Let that sentence repeat in rhythm with the breath. Say it slowly, and notice how it lands inside the chest, how it moves through the body. The more often this practice is repeated, the more the nervous system begins to feel safe in the new story. There may be days when the old thoughts feel louder than the new ones. That's okay. Healing isn't about perfection, it's about returning. Each return is sacred. Each moment of choosing love over fear is a blessing on the journey. Say softly, even when I forget, I can begin again. Let the breath move deeply now. Inhale the sense of renewal. Exhale the need to have it all figured out. This is a space of beginning, and beginnings are always welcome here. You do not have to rush your healing. You only have to be willing to look at the words that live inside you and offer them a more peaceful place to rest. The mind, much like a garden, grows what is planted. If critical thoughts are sown each day, the mind will bloom with doubt and worry. But when loving affirmations are placed gently into that soil, new life begins. Affirmations are not magic spells. They are invitations. They remind the heart what is possible when the voice within becomes a friend instead of a judge. Begin with this simple truth. The words you speak to yourself matter. They shape how you feel, how you move, and how you allow life to meet you. They are the threads that weave your inner world. Just like a child flourishes with encouragement, the spirit glows in the light of kind words. Speak now with warmth. I am willing to believe good things about myself. Let the sound or thought of that sentence move through you like warm sunlight through a window. Affirmations do not need to be grand. They only need to be true enough to feel believable and loving. If saying, I love myself completely, feels too far away, begin with, I am learning to care for myself with patience. There is no right or wrong starting place. The most important step is choosing one thought that feels a little better than the one before. Over time, that small shift creates new patterns, just as a steady drip of water can shape a stone. One beautiful way to begin is mirror work. Gently stand in front of a mirror and look into the eyes that have seen so much, not with judgment, but with openness. Speak an affirmation while holding that gaze. Perhaps say, you are doing your best, and that is enough. The eyes may tear up, the voice may tremble, and that is a sacred sign of softening. These are the places where truth begins to bloom. Another way to anchor affirmations is with the breath. Inhale and say in the mind, I open to love. Exhale and say, I release self-judgment. Let this rhythm carry you through a few slow breaths. This pairing of words with breath calms the nervous system, settles the mind, and invites the body to trust. Feel now into a few affirmations and allow the ones that resonate to settle in. I am enough just as I am. I deserve kindness, especially from myself. Every day, I grow a little more in love and wisdom. My story is changing, and I am safe to grow. Choose one of these or create your own. Write it down and place it somewhere you see often, on a mirror, near your bed, beside your tea. Let it be a soft reminder that you are walking in a new direction. Speak to yourself as someone who matters. Speak to your own heart as if it were the heart of someone precious, because it is. And the more that kindness becomes your daily language, the more the world begins to echo that love back to you. Repeat gently, I am becoming the words I choose today. Allow the body to respond, the breath to deepen, the shoulders to soften. A shift has already begun. The garden is being replanted with beauty, and your heart knows the way. Sometimes the mind wants to grow and expand, but the heart still holds on to pain. Often the old story stays alive, not because we believe in it, but because we haven't yet forgiven ourselves for living it. Forgiveness is the sacred doorway to freedom. It is not saying, what happened was okay. It is saying, I no longer choose to carry this pain with me. It is a gift, not a surrender, a release, not a forgetting. Place your hand gently on the center of the chest. Breathe into that space and feel what lives there. Maybe it's a tightness, a pressure, a little ache. Let that feeling be met with kindness. Whisper to the heart, it's okay to soften. Feel the chest lift and fall with that permission. Think of forgiveness as tending to a wound with clean water, soft cloth, and time. It is an act of tenderness. Begin by saying to yourself, I forgive myself for believing I had to be perfect. Say it again, as many times as needed. Let the breath accompany the words, making space inside. Then try, I forgive myself for the ways I spoke unkindly to my own heart. There is no need to rush. Each breath is a cleansing, each affirmation a healing balm. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is the one in the mirror. There may be parts of life that feel filled with regret or shame. The mind may say, I should have known better. But here is the truth. You did the best you could with what you knew then. And now, with new awareness, you get to make a different choice. Say softly, I am learning, I am healing, I am growing. Feel how each phrase opens a little door in the heart. No door has to swing wide. A crack of light is enough. Allow that light to reach into the darker corners, offering warmth where there once was pain. Visualize your heart as a garden that has weathered many storms. Some plants may have wilted, some soil may feel dry, and yet beneath it all, there is still life. Forgiveness is the rain that nourishes new seeds. Say, I water my heart with gentleness today. You do not need to figure it all out before beginning. You only need to say yes to the possibility that peace is possible. Each time you forgive, the body relaxes a little more. The chest lifts, the breath deepens, the mind rests. Repeat with love, I set myself free. I allow peace to enter. Breathe. Let the words move through every cell. Let them be your offering to your own heart. Now sit quietly, allowing stillness to hold you. Let all that was stirred begin to settle. You are not broken. You are opening. You are not behind. You are exactly where the healing begins. Let this truth take root. Let this peace grow. The old story is not your prison. It is your teacher. And now the lesson is love. Bring your attention now to the quiet space that has opened inside. There is more room now, more breath, more softness, more readiness. That readiness is the doorway into something new. Just as the body renews its cells, the spirit too is always ready for rebirth. You are not bound by what has been. You are invited into what can be. Begin to imagine the new story that wishes to rise within you. Not a story of perfection or constant happiness, but one of peace, truth, and gentle expansion. A story where you walk forward, step by step, choosing words that uplift and support. Ask yourself softly, if my heart could write my future, what would it say? Let the answers come in phrases or feelings. Maybe it says, I move through life with grace, or my joy helps others to heal, or even, I don't need to have all the answers to begin. These are not fantasies, they are seeds. Now take a few moments to write a short paragraph, a vision of your new story. Use kind words. Speak from love, not fear. Begin with, I am, and let the sentences speak from your truest self. Let it be as if you are speaking from the version of you who already knows you are whole. I am learning to live with ease. I allow peace to guide my steps. I create space for joy. I trust myself to grow. Write it. Say it aloud if you can. Read it to yourself every day. Let it become the song you hum in the quiet moments. Let it be your new heartbeat. You are not erasing who you were. You are simply giving yourself permission to become more of who you really are. The mind may resist at first. That is natural. The old story is familiar, and the unfamiliar always brings a bit of hesitation. That's okay. You don't need to believe every word yet. You only need to be willing to try. That willingness is the spark that lights the path. Say softly now, I am becoming someone I feel safe with. Breathe into that truth. Let it echo deep inside. Let it nourish the places that have waited so patiently for kindness. Your new story is not written in stone. It is written in breath, in thought, in love, and it is being written now. When something is planted in fresh soil, it must be watered, protected, and loved. In the same way, your new story needs gentle daily care. Small moments of intention can shift the energy of an entire day. It doesn't have to be complicated. A few minutes in the morning can build a foundation of peace that carries you forward. Begin your day with a breath and a sentence. Before the phone, before the news, before the mind fills with plans, place a hand over your heart and whisper, today, I choose love. Let that be your beginning. That one moment plants a tone of calm into the hours ahead. You are telling your inner world, you matter. During the day, notice when the old story tries to return. When a thought of fear or criticism rises, pause. Inhale slowly and say, that is not my truth anymore. Then replace it with an affirmation that feels loving and grounded. I am safe. I am capable. I am growing. These words become little lights guiding you back to center. In the evening, close the day with gratitude. Even if it wasn't a perfect day, find 3 small things to thank life for. A kind word, a warm drink, a soft place to rest. Gratitude is like sunlight. It helps everything grow. Say, I am thankful for all that supported me today. Let that feeling wrap around you like a soft blanket. Place your written affirmation or story in a spot where you'll see it daily. Your mirror, your nightstand, your journal. Let it be a gentle companion, not a rule. There is no pressure, only presence. Over time, this daily rhythm creates a new way of being. If you enjoy moving your body, try adding gentle stretches or walks where you repeat affirmations silently. Let each step be a beat of trust. each stretch a softening into self-belief. Your body responds beautifully to loving words paired with movement. It listens deeply. When challenges arise, and they will, return to these practices with even more care. That's when they matter most. When the old voices get loud, double down on love. Say, even now, I choose peace. You are not weak when you struggle. You are strong when you choose to keep loving yourself through it. And remember, healing is not a straight line. There will be days when the old story feels louder than the new one. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. You can always begin again, and again, and again. That's the beauty of it all. There is something larger that moves with you, whether you call it the universe, spirit, life, or love. It is present. It hears your thoughts. It feels your desire to grow. It celebrates every gentle step you take toward truth. When you begin to align with the new story, the universe responds, not because you forced it, but because your energy becomes a clearer signal. Your thoughts become like soft music that the universe dances with. You send out love, and love finds a way back. You send out peace, and peace looks for you. This is not about controlling every outcome. It's about trusting that what is truly meant for you will feel like harmony. When you speak kindly to yourself, you are tuning your spirit to that harmony. Say softly, I allow good to find me. Feel how that sentence creates space. There is no need to rush. The rose does not bloom faster by shouting at the sun. It opens because it is safe, because the soil is ready, because the light is steady. Your journey is the same. Be steady, be soft, and trust. When fear arises, remind yourself, I am supported in unseen ways. And you are. You always have been. The same breath that moves the trees moves through you. The same intelligence that turns tides flows through your heart. Speak this affirmation now. I am ready to receive what is already mine. Let that sentence echo in your chest. Let it find the places where hope had dimmed. Let it remind you that your story is not written alone. In moments of doubt, place your hand on your heart and say, I trust life to guide me. Repeat it until it softens the edge. That trust is the bridge between where you are and where you're going. You don't need to see every step. You only need to take the one right in front of you with love. You have traveled far, even if your feet have not moved. You have breathed through old pain, released tired thoughts, and planted seeds of kindness. This is what it means to outgrow the old story. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens in quiet decisions, in whispered affirmations, in pauses filled with grace. You were never meant to stay small. You were never meant to carry guilt like armor. You were meant to grow, to soften, to expand into the fullness of your being. That expansion is not selfish, it is sacred. As you bloom, you give others permission to bloom too. The old story may visit again, and when it does, you will meet it differently, not with fear, but with love. You will say, I know you, and I choose differently now. That is your power. That is your freedom. Repeat softly now. I honor the new story I am becoming. Let the words sink into your being. Let them echo in your breath, in your thoughts, in your choices. You are not broken. You are blooming. You are not lost. You are learning to listen inward. Your life is yours to shape with love, not tomorrow, not someday, but now, right here, in this breath, in this thought, in this sacred moment. So go forward gently. Trust your inner voice. Water your new story with daily kindness. And know deep in your soul that you are more than enough. You always have been, and you always will be.